Jay here. On tonight's edition of Beer on a Budget, we will be discussing. Alright, tonight's budget beer, we're going to cover Yuengling's Black and Tan. Their Black and Tan is a mixed beer. It's mixed between their porter and their premium beer, which is a Pilsner. This beer has a 75 score from Beer Advocate, and it clocks in at 4.7 ABV. Yuengling is DG Yuengling and Son. They are out of Pottsville, PA. It's also America's oldest brewery. That being said, let's see how the beer is. Alright, it pours to a little bit of a head, slightly off-white color. It's a nice dark beer. I mean, it's not completely black. You can just barely see through the glass. I can see the light from the monitor coming through it. It seems fairly clear. And it's not black, it's a dark brown. The head dissipated quickly. Little bit of lacing there, not a whole lot. So anyway, this is a budget beer, and I said it's made between their porter and their premium beer. I can't find their premium beer to try it or even price it. However, the porter would not qualify as a budget beer, but when they mix it with the premium beer, it does. It was $5.99 for the 6-pack, so budget beer it is. Now the porter itself is not, so I'm going to imagine a premium beer is too. So maybe we'll try to find it and review it later on and see if it's better than without the porter in it. So anyway, beer with a slight chocolatey malt note. You can smell the little bit of the dark roasted malts, but you can also just get a general kind of a Pilsner beer smell in there too. So it is aptly named and marketed then. That's what it would mix be. Normally, if you would have a Black and Tan, if one was poured for you in a bar, usually the lighter beer is on the bottom, and they actually float the darker beer on top of the lighter beer. It has to do with specific gravity of the final beer, and they're quite nice in a bar. In a glass, it's just another beer. At first, you get the things that are apparent in the porter. You get the nice dark caramel malt flavor, and then the aftertaste is the Pilsner. So you get a little bittering. It's not incredibly smooth, but it's not harsh either. It's drying in your mouth, so it's a dry beer. And the lingering aftertaste is definitely the Pilsner, the kind of hops there. And the front is the porter. So, let's see, to rate it. Yeah, I think this would wear on you pretty quick. The aftertaste, really. Initially, it's a pretty good beer, but then the aftertaste is just kind of funky. I think it will wear on you. So I'll go 3. Low 3. 3 for the sessionability. And overall, I think with this one you get what you pay for. I think I'm going to give it a 2 for overall. Something tells me that both of these two beers probably would be better on their own rather than being mixed from the factory. Maybe if you could even float them yourself at home, you might be better off than having them just all stirred up like this. Kind of disappointing. So yeah, 2 for overall, 3 for sessionability. I don't know, a good time to enjoy this beer. I don't know if there is one. It's not that good. I think you could do far better for the price. Anyway, that's our review. I'll go top this off, and we'll find out if it's chuggable. Alright, so I'm all topped up here. Find out if this Yuengling Black and Tan's chuggable. We'll see. I have my doubts. Indeed it is, but barely. Oh, about halfway down that glass, the roasted malt flavors just are pounding into your nose, and the aftertaste from, like I said in a review, that's awful. God, gets far worse. It's really harsh and bitter to chug. I don't recommend it. Anyway, if you like this video, click like. If you haven't yet, click subscribe. It means the world to me. Make sure, if you're watching this on YouTube, run over to ohio-beer.com. Give us all a check out. We do lots of craft beers. Most of them are from Ohio, but we do a lot of other ones too. So check us out. Have a good night.